You've been caring for hydrangeas all wrong. And chances are, you didn't even realize it. You believed you were following all the right steps. But what if I told you that right now, you're likely committing at least one of these 5 surprising errors? These are the kinds of oversights that leave your plants weakened, your flowers lackluster, and your garden looking far from its best. Today, we're going to turn that around for good. Stay with me through this video, and your approach to hydrangea care will never be the same. Think back to the last time you planted hydrangeas. You were brimming with excitement at the thought of those stunning blooms, only to be met with drooping leaves, faded colors, or perhaps no flowers at all. Does that sound familiar? It happens more often than you might think. If you've ever planted hydrangeas only to watch them wilt, wither, or refuse to bloom, drop a comment below saying, "I've been there." Trust me, you're not alone. And these mistakes are far more widespread than most people admit. Welcome to Serene Green Gardens. Whether you're a gardening veteran or just starting out, this channel is dedicated to transforming your garden into a tranquil, thriving oasis. If you're tired of hearing the same old gardening advice repeated endlessly, you've come to the right place. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Let's dive in. Hydrangeas rank among the most cherished garden plants, yet for countless gardeners, they never quite reach their full splendor. But here's the good news. You don't have to start from scratch. In today's video, I'm unveiling 5 lesser-known pitfalls that most gardeners unknowingly fall into. Mistakes that can leave your hydrangeas dull and struggling. Mistake number 1. Overlooking microclimates. We all know hydrangeas need some shade to flourish, correct? But here's what many gardeners miss. It's not just about the amount of sunlight your hydrangea receives. It's about where you place it in your garden and what surrounds it. Your garden isn't a single, uniform climate zone. Instead, it's composed of microclimates, small, localized areas where temperature, moisture, and light can vary significantly. Ignoring these nuances can set your hydrangeas up for failure. Let's break it down. Picture this. You've found a bright, sunny spot for your hydrangea. It enjoys ample morning light, so you assume it's ideal, right? Not quite. If that spot sits near a wall, especially brick or stone, it may trap and reflect heat onto your plant, raising the temperature by several degrees even in the morning. Suddenly, your hydrangea is getting an unwanted heat boost. Or perhaps your plant is sheltered under a large tree in the afternoon. While this shields it from harsh sun, it also forces it to compete for moisture and root space, stressing the plant. This is what we call a microzone. A small, unique environment shaped by surrounding structures, trees, or even your garden's layout. Remember, hydrangeas thrive under specific conditions, and placing them in the right microclimate can determine their success or failure. So how do you avoid this? First, take time to observe your garden's various zones. Note temperature shifts, humidity levels, and how sun and wind behave throughout the day. If your hydrangea sits near a heat-reflecting surface, like a stone wall, move it slightly farther away or provide extra shade. This shields it from extreme temperature swings that can weaken it. Another tip: plant hydrangeas where they receive morning sun and afternoon shade. This is the sweet spot for most varieties. If planting near large trees, ensure your hydrangea has enough space to avoid competing for nutrients and water. Give it room to breathe and develop strong roots. Mistake number 2. Neglecting wind exposure. Now let's discuss something most gardeners never consider when planting hydrangeas. You might think you've found the perfect sunny spot. Perhaps it's sheltered, perhaps it's warm. But here's the truth. Wind exposure is quietly draining your plant's energy and weakening it, often without you noticing. When we think of plant stress, we typically focus on too much sun, drought, or pests. Yet wind is a hidden stressor with a major impact, especially on young hydrangeas. Strong winds can dry out leaves, dehydrate the plant faster than it can absorb water, and even cause leaf burn. Over time, constant wind can weaken stems and even snap delicate branches. Those magnificent blooms you're hoping for? They're more likely to droop or fail to develop if the plant is perpetually battling the wind. It's crucial to remember that wind doesn't just physically damage plants, it also drains their energy. When your hydrangea faces relentless winds, it expends valuable resources just trying to stay upright and healthy. This leaves less energy for blooming and thriving. And here's the catch. The damage isn't always immediate. You may not see broken branches or fallen leaves right away, but over time, growth slows and blooms lose their vibrancy. So how do you shield your hydrangeas from this invisible threat? The solution is simple. Windbreaks. Try planting your hydrangeas near natural wind barriers like fences, taller shrubs, or even resilient plants that can act as a wind buffer. The goal is to create a zone where wind is disrupted, allowing your hydrangea to grow in a calmer, more protected environment. But what if your garden lacks natural windbreaks? No worries, you can easily create your own. Consider installing a simple garden structure like a trellis, lattice panel, or planting taller, hardy plants to serve as a wind barrier. These structures don't need to be elaborate or costly, but they'll make a significant difference in safeguarding your hydrangeas. Mistake number 3. Disregarding root health. Insufficient space for growth. Now let's address a frequently overlooked aspect. The health of your hydrangea's roots. When planting hydrangeas, most gardeners focus on sunlight, watering, and fertilizing. But here's a critical factor that can determine your hydrangea's success. Root space. Did you know hydrangeas develop large, expansive root systems? They require ample room to grow and spread.